Okay, everybody, welcome to From Zero to Hero Golf. And today I was at the range. I didn't particularly like that shot very much, but good club head speed. Here I am holding a static position of what I want at impact. Now I just took a snapshot from the video editor to get this picture. And look where my hands are at. My hands are actually over my front shoe. My hips are open about 35, 40 degrees. My shoulders are open about half that, maybe at 20 degrees, 25. My head's behind the ball. This is ideal impact position. My front leg is straight, it's driven the hip back. My right knee could be a little more bent, a little more down the target line, but this is what you want. Okay. Now let's take a look at my real impact position. This is a still photo taken of me at impact in my real swing, the swing we just watched. Look at that. My hands are all the way back, barely, basically in front of my right thigh, slightly in front of it. So my hands are, they're a good 6 to 8 inches behind where they should be. Now, normally, believe it or not, my hands are even further back than that, covering my right thigh. So that's why I was able to hit this, or swing this swing speed at 79 miles an hour. Because my hands are actually a little bit more forward than they normally are. Just a couple inches forward, and I picked up quite a bit of swing speed. So there's a lot of work still to be done here. My right side should be compressed more. My hips should be open more. And my hands definitely need to be all the way forward by my front thigh, my lead thigh, over my front shoe. It's just amazing. So that's why we do video, because we want to see what's going on in the swing and where the corrections need to be made. So I'm really happy about the 79 miles per hour, which I wasn't able to replicate too often today, but at least I know what's going on. Okay, now let's take a look at another swing. Okay. 76. So there you hear me saying the swing speed, I think it was 76. Okay. Now, look where my hands are at. Remember I said I normally have my hands way back up, covering my rear thigh? Well, there it is. This is approximately just before impact. So normally I swing this club about 70 miles an hour. So how did I get it to 76 with my hands being in such a bad position? Look at my hips. They're as open as about as much as I've ever gotten them. This is about 25, 30, maybe even 35 degrees worth of hip open. My shoulders are approximately square to the target line. So my shoulders and my hips are in pretty good position. The hips could be open even more, but they're as good as they've ever been probably right here in this still photo, but my hands are in a really bad position. So I was able to get 76 miles per hour, but I wasn't able to take advantage of it because the shaft lean is too far behind me. My hands are actually behind the ball at impact. Okay, here's me practicing with the 2-wood. Slow motion, holding some positions. Look at that Sammy Snead squat, loving that. Look at the right elbow, guys. My rear trailing elbow is bent. That's what you want. Hips are open probably 40 to 45 degrees. And look at this little thrust, hip thrust down the target line. You don't thrust your hips at the ball, you thrust them down the target line. Let's look at that again. Right? Sammy Snead squat, needs some improvement, but looking better than elbow out in front of my body. Hips are looking really good here. The shoulders could be a little more closed, but to the driver, it's hard to do that. And then you want to thrust those hips down the target, like a Sammy Snead thrust. Boom. Okay, you don't want to thrust your hips at the ball. You want to thrust them down the target, towards the target line. And the timing is really important. So here I'm actually using my right foot, my rear foot, and I'm trying to push and spin it out behind me, believe it or not. We'll talk about that another time. And then the hip thrust down the line. Pretty cool. Wow. Good practice. I have not been able to actually put this into full motion and full swing yet because I'm not able to do it yet. It just takes time. Anyway, I'd like to keep this video a little bit longer than normal because I had a lot to show today. Hope you really enjoyed that video. Please subscribe and click the little notification bell so you can follow me along as I'm progressing and getting better and better at this golf game and the golf swing. I'm really excited about what I'm going to be doing through the winter. Okay, thanks for hanging in and watching it. Talk to you all again later.